Welcome back to a highly a careful boys expose. We're gonna talk to Nick because this guy has been with the same girl since high school.
Same girl.
If you were a single guy in today's world, how would you go about courting the ladies?
He just showed us.
Dude, a lot of
that fool was snake charming.
What do you think? What do you think you gotta do today?
Let's see it.
Watch out, Kalyne.
Wow.
You're too close. You're too close.
He also has a.
Would you like to go on to dinner with me?
What do you think it takes?
He also has a belly button piercing, so it like sways.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
it
does
shakes.
Is this the way you do it?
Sounds like a wind chime.
Yeah.
No, I don't. My hands are connected at the top.
Oh, connect it?
That's kind of hot.
Only hips.
Only hips.
only hips.
Only hips.
See, if I'm a girl, I'm looking at that, I'm like, non-threatening. I'm coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for. So the question was,
I get too wet.
how would I holler?
I'll be like a slug around you.
How would you navigate the modern day society if you were a single man in the dating world?
How would you get married?
I think it would take.
What question?
How would you propose to a man?
I think initially I would have to accept that I would take a lot of L's if I start dating.
Does it look difficult today's world?
Oh yeah, dude.
What looks difficult about it?
Probably just meeting the right lady you want to marry. Maybe that might be kind of hard.
Why? Because there's too many hoes on the street?
Well, not even that. It's not even that everyone's sluts. That's not what I'm saying. It's more of just like there's so many options based on dating apps. I feel like that makes dating hard in general for all this is from what my single friends tell me. Because
But are your single friends high value men?
I think they are.
Okay.
Are they great value men?
Great. Walmart's
Sounds the same, but very
Walmart's generic brand.
Wait, are you asking about like finding the love of your life or like getting laid?
I'm just talking about doing the thing.
Oh, getting laid, boy.
Oh, picking up women?
Yeah. What's the outcome?
Come on, dog.
Yeah, we don't want
Like
to talk
a
about
relationship or like?
If I'm just trying to crush
or
puss,
Yeah.
You just.
get that.
Yeah. What?
I don't even know if I could do that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like to go.
His body is a temple, you motherfucker. How would you want to desecrate it?
But let's say that you were like a guy giving advice on it to another dude. Then if you can't picture yourself,
Can you give us advice? All right, we're teenagers and we're like
Clearly.
Uncle Nick.
yeah, Uncle Nick.
I'm starting to learn about the birds and the bees.
So one of my buddies, he just got engaged. He just got engaged and he was on dating apps for a little bit and he was just telling me how he did it. And I was like, that's probably the best way to go find like a lady.
Did he find his love on a dating app?
Well, he just went, he scheduled like 10 dates. Not 10, like say.
Well, guys can't even get one, dude. So like,
Yeah, so he just went on a bunch of dates and his intentions were like, I'm gonna get to know these ladies and just like see what I like, you know? So the first date he went on, this girl just took him for all his money, went to like a sushi spot and was like, yeah, we're gonna. They had no intentions of dating him probably and just wanted to have a nice dinner. So he's like, all right, well, that was fucking whack. I don't wanna do that again. So then he would start doing.
So he was flip.
fucking took him for everything. That means he only had $300 in his bank account. Fucking robbed him of his fucking fortune, dude.
And then he pre-qualified.
Roasting your friend.
Yeah. He pre-qualified all these dates with like, hey, let's get like a 10-minute, like let's just go get coffee.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So then he would see if like, okay, if the conversations would do well, and based on like the 6 different girls he went to go talk to, he knew this one girl was like, oh, my connection with this girl has been way better than the other chicks. I was able to have a conversation with her for like 5-6 hours, and then fast forward to them dating, and then they got engaged, and now they're gonna get married at the end of the year.
Okay. Congrats. That's really cool.
So you just play like a numbers game.
Well, just to kind of see what.
Well, that's dating.
And that's totally.
But it was very
I'm not saying that's
intentional.
it.
It was very like, I want to meet someone that I could be like
Yeah.
a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And then that's how we went about it. He had to meet a variety of different girls to be like, okay, don't really like that, don't really like this I really like, this is the connection I'm looking for. Boom, this is what we're gonna go
I think
for.
coffee dates are great for both people.
Yeah, it's a pre-qualifier.
Wait, when were we talking about crushing the puss? What happened?
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring it back to the
Crushing puss?
crushing puss.
How would you do
Let's say that I'm a single guy. I go to Lionheart and I'm like, Nick, how do I talk to this girl in Lionheart? She's hot. I want to have sex with her.
I'll be like, don't do that, dude. She's a member
I
here.
want to have sex with her right now on the mat.
I was like, you can't be doing that shit in the
I want
gym.
to do it in the back.
Date outside the gym.
Not at my gym.
That's what I would actually say.
I also wouldn't say I want to have sex with her.
You said you can't get yourself to kind of like hook up, be a part of hookup culture.
You can't
doing all
imagine
that.
yourself like.
Nah.
So like, if someone asks you and then says like, hey, Uncle Nick, can you give me advice? Like, I want to hook up with girls. What would you tell them? Would you be like, don't go down that path? Having a relationship is so much better? Or like,
No, I would tell him like, if you want to crush puss, then you just gotta neg them a lot. Neg these girls.
you gotta bring them down here.
That's the funniest.
Yeah, that works with women with very low self-esteem.
Their esteem's already.
But that is a great way to get the broken ones fast.
It is true.
How would you know, Ryan?
I'm joking, but also it's like.
Ryan is
Because I got a friend named Eris, and that's his number
Eris
one.
is
But here's the
so
thing,
You know why though? It's not. It's because their fucking parents talk to them like that. That's what they're familiar with.
Obviously, I'm joking. All right, I'm joking. That's a big.
Oh, you're joking? Oh, crazy.
There's some angle to it where it's like, yeah, you don't want to be this guy who's like, oh God, can you please have sex with me? Like you don't want to be that guy. But
Pretty please.
come on. That's who I am.
I need a pussy so bad.
All right, Nick, check this out. I'm like,
Yeah, you don't want to be that.
I'm like, you're my uncle, and I've been dating this girl, and we're about to go on our 5th date, but we haven't like gone there
You
yet.
fucking move too slow.
I'm talking to Uncle Nick, not Slutty Joe, okay?
I'm not. No.
I'm like 5 dates. She's prime. She's
Cousin Joe, it's not your cousin. All right,
Joe Chan.
So then I'm like, hey, can you give me some advice? Like, I kind of want to like, get in bed. It's my first time.
Yeah, let's speed things up.
Me too.
Me too.
Honestly, same.
Me too.
I'm like I've been there before.
Me too.
How old are you in this?
I'm 19.
19. Yeah, that's cool.
I
That's
see these young lads.
Yeah, but an adult.
You got any tips for me?
Yeah. Fucking joy.
What can I do?
I'm married to Tip. I still don't get laid. I don't know how to get in.
Keep taking her Shakey's pizza. It's not working, dude. She's too full after dinner.
The wedges are too heavy.
She's like, I just want to go to sleep.
Hey, if the girl says no, that means they're just gassy because of that cheese you've been feeding them.
So I would say first things first.
No means cheese.
No means cheese.
No means fart.
These are all great suggestions.
Have a nice light sushi omakase dinner.
That'll take me for my fortune.
That's everything I got.
You know what? You know what's funny is like when guys. Well, it's not funny. It's kind of pathetic. But when guys do nothing sexual, nothing flirty, and they're doing all this other shit that doesn't even bring that romance, like a nice dinner or whatever, but it's material or whatever, and it's not even related to building that attraction, and then all of a sudden they think that it's gonna get them laid.
Right.
And I'm like, you gotta go from the jump that is your intention.
Yup.
And then see if she reciprocates. But like when you're fucking young and stupid, that's how a lot of guys get friend zoned though. It's like they're trying to buy sex. It's
I
manipulative.
really don't think that exists. I think guys are they have a friend zone around them at all times. And the girl enters their friend zone. I don't think it's
Yes,
like a.
the girl clearly is the one that chooses.
I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah.
I don't believe that you get friend zoned. I think you just.
No, you are. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are friend zoned.
It's a confidence thing, I think.
And she chooses to fuck you.
Nick, okay, well, I'll help narrow it down for you. Let's say I'm 19. Okay. Hey, I'm this girl. Like I think we really are hitting it off. We like each other. We haven't kissed or anything, but we're. Let's say that right. Like, hey, we're watching a movie right now on Netflix, next to each other on the couch.
What's the movie?
What's the move?
It's anyone but you with the Sydney Sweeney thing.
Yeah, we're watching
Cybertron
rom-com.
from Cybertron.
How do I get this thing started? What's the first thing to breach the
That's easy, Nick. Come on.
What is it?
That's easy.
You gotta do that.
And it's like, oh, you're tired? We can turn this off and go home.
No, I feel like.
How do you transcend?
Well, I think before that, you can't even talk about the movie before. Like, you got to set the stage. Like, kind of what Joe said. Like, your intentions have to be clear. Of like, yo, like I'm into you.
Before I start this film, all right, I need you to know I'm gonna eat you out.
I like you very much. I think you're very attractive.
I have to ask for consent before we go.
At the 23-minute mark, I'm gonna fuck you, okay?
You know, hey,
It's the optimal time to have sex with you.
Yo, nothing makes me feel more safe than that.
Nobody's letting Nick answer any question, by the way.
Listen,
Don't worry, this is probably better.
at that moment, you just gotta go for it. Whoever it is, you guys gotta go for it.
Thank you, Nick.
Grab the cheek, boom, turn, kiss. You know what I mean?
Do you agree?
But he's kind of right though. Like,
You gotta send it. You can't just you can't be like this and be like this. Watch.
We're best friends.
Yeah, that's so awkward.
Like you're both not watching it. You know what I mean? You're just.
Okay, what the fuck? Are you gonna fucking suck it or
Right,
what?
so
You two guys.
You're just gonna get me all horny and shit? You gotta get me all horny.
Next
What's
time,
up?
Hey, if your nephew asks, just do this. Nick, if your nephew asks, just do this.
hey, low key though, that's kind of how you gotta do it. That's kind of how you do it.
You gotta go like this.
No, hey, you know why? You gotta do this because you don't want to go like this, and then next thing you know, go, oh, my bad, bro.
And if she's wearing a hat too, you gotta go like.
That's so stupid. Same time. You start rocking.
You start doing the hat tricks and it rolls off your shoulder.
Hey, you just gotta send it at that point, cause that shit's whack. Just really watching the movie, whack.
You're gonna do that fucking trick where it goes. Yeah, just this one.
You mean?
I hope you're ready.
Wait, what do you say then?
Come on, Nick.
I don't think you say anything. I think it's body language, just like, you know,
What body language though? What?
You gotta be playfully touching, you know, you gotta be like a little flirty.
At the beginning of the movie, or midway?
I think before the even night starts, you gotta have to kind of have that vibe. That's just me personally.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, the first time you guys touch isn't in that moment.
yeah, you gotta be touching already. You can't like.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking touching at the restaurant.
Exactly.
You gotta be playing footsie.
I gotta
No,
be,
like
you know.
your hand on the leg.
Fucking the pinkies are rubbing his shit.
The
Yeah,
first
bro.
time you touch me can't just be now we're kissing.
Yeah, dude, you're touching the small of the low
weird.
back. You're guiding her in the car. You know?
Also, if you're like sitting this and you're starting the movie, and then you gotta find your like moment to like.
It's so funny.
You gotta find your moment to get close. Like that's awkward versus like if you like start the movie, you're like, all right, here we go.
Hey, yeah.
Just be
Yeah,
confident.
or you make a joke about it. Be like, so you're gonna sit over there. You're not gonna sit like right up over here. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna sit over here.
We're really this far apart.
Yeah, yo. She's in the kitchen. She's in the bathroom.
Hey, what the fuck?
Hey.
I know we have an L couch, but
Hey, can you see?
Hey, fuck on. You come over here. Nah, just playing.
Okay, I like that.
I feel like you have
that.
like you gotta say it with your chest. Like you kind of, if you wanna fucking make your move, you gotta.
Yeah, it starts way earlier.
Yeah,
It starts from even the conversation on the phone.
But comedy will definitely get you there.
and that's how I've always cracked jokes all the time.
So funny.
Would that work?
For me, I think it would, because I think that's so fucking funny.
See?
Like if you're wearing a hat.
That shit is, yeah, I think it's so fucking funny.
No, do this.
Everybody try to.
Yeah, try
You gotta
it.
read the room. You gotta be very self-aware if you're gonna try these tactics.
But this.
But you know, what works the best is like, I don't think it actually is like a formula. It's more like when you build like a thing together. Yeah. So like if you have a thing, right? Like it could be a funny, it could be like a passionate thing, it could be like romantic, it could be whatever. But it's like it's custom tailored to that person. Yeah. And unless you're a fucking young boy that just makes hella mistakes and you figure it out, you almost don't even know. Like I can explain to you like, okay, so you could do this, but you could do that. But then they're gonna be like fucking it all up because they're gonna read her shit wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if she likes you though, she's so forgiving. So if you're already in, like you're in. That's what I would say.
What I do sometimes.
But then guys be also fucking up where they imagine that they're in and that the girl likes them, but like it's not even that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll take Tiff's hand and I'll put it right in between my butt cheeks and my pants. I'll take it and I'll go.
And then you let her smell your ass?
No, I don't let her smell it. But I just put my hand there.
Uncle Nick, we
Also
won't be
not
doing
for
that.
everyone.
Not for everyone, but that's, I learned that's a move that works.
But that just tells her like he's on.
Uncle Nick, it didn't work. Uncle Nick, it didn't work, man.
Uncle Nick.
Okay, what advice would you have? Let's say that I got a coworker, like we work at a
JK News.
Yeah. Oh no. Weird. Boba shop. We work at a boba shop together, and all I want to do is just like get the. How do I get the word out to ask her out on a date? What's the best way to phrase that?
You gotta be like, hey, you wanna go on a date with me? Hey, you wanna go on a date?
Hey, girl. Hey, fuck her. Let's go on one date.
Well, like just straight up at any time go date. Hey, fuck up.
It's not about the question in that moment. It's like how are you building up to that moment? You don't fucking.
Yeah. How do I okay? Let's say I'm a clueless dude. How do I build up to that moment, Uncle Nick?
Do you guys have conversations? Do you guys talk?
We have work conversations.
Any rapport at all?
Do you guys, what's the rapport at?
Are you a fucking stranger who just went into my DMs and asked me out on a date?
But low key though, you have to ask these questions.
We work together. We make jokes. It's fun. But I want to get her on a date.
And you say after work one day, you say, hey, I'm gonna go over here. Do you want to come with me? You do something like that.
Okay, that sounds so much better.
you go. I know the cutest little boba shop.
Yeah. And it's
right behind us.
You have a little dinner
right after you get off work.
Yeah, because if you're already starting to, you go, oh fuck, this coworker's hot, right? Yeah. The setup already starts from meeting them.
Exactly.
And then you're flirting or like you're doing whatever, you're talking to them, and then like you're building that, and then you find your opportunity when they're like, oh, I like this. Oh, I like this too. Like genuinely, you like the same music or whatever, and you're like, oh, next week they're having this
or you're like
thing,
Ryan, you just say you like it.
Yeah.
But low key, that's like, bro, what we all
love Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Okay, honestly, I told this story on here before, but like when Tiff when we were in high school, I was like kind of like interested in her. And she was like, I'm reading this book, Lovely Bones. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna read this book too. I'll read it with you. Didn't fucking read it. Didn't read. I read half a page and I was like, this book sucks. And then I was like, yo, I got the movie. Let's watch the movie at the house.
Yeah.
Smart. That's a good move.
And she's comparing the book and you're like,
and then she was like, and then 4 of her friends came over and I was like, you fucking stupid bitches.
She thought it was gonna be like a group thing.
But that's such a dumb bonehead thing that every guy does, you know?
I was so stupid. If she brought friends, I would have been like, is this like gonna be an orgy?
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Is like you don't get her to like you just because you read the same fucking book. It's just your entry point to like
building something.
Yeah. Just spend time and have quality time.
You took the long way, pretty much.
Because we were friends for a really long time.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it also means way more rather than fake that you have read the book to be like, is that something you recommend? And then learning something new through the person. It's pretty fucking sick.
Asking her about it. Yo, tell me about this fucking book. Why is it the worst book ever?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm sure it's a good book.
Just throw it at her. Like, this sucks.
Rip it in front of her.
I don't think people changed as much. It's the methods of like how the communicating has changed. That's it. Like I still think guys and girls are the same.
Now it's like you can send girls memes, bro.
Yeah.
Like memes are probably a good way to fucking bridge
funny.
the gap.
Yeah, if they're funny.
But then you gotta have the finger on the
they're
pulse and
funny.
shit. Like you really gotta know what their humor is, and you gotta be able to connect.
I'm not a fan of like people just sending memes and just not any corresponding text at all. They just
gotta
be.
be like an
It's like they're
instant-
using you like a trash can. They're just like, hey, check it out. It's like that's for you. It's not even for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But GIFs.
That's a gift that keeps on giving.
These ones?
These ones.
Was.
Is that a series?
Let me bust on you. Let me bust on
He
you.
doubled down on that one.
Sound. Okay.
Honestly though,
But you guys should listen to them. They're married.
nah. But I was just.
They're married men.
I was just about to say, my advice is probably really bad. Like I don't know if I have my finger on the pulse.
Well, like I think you get it. I mean, okay, the things that you know as a guy that's been in a relationship for a long time. Looking back now, like what you would tell your younger self, is so different than what you thought because of your experience, right? Like how like I think a young guy has no fucking idea how a woman is like communicating something or thinking. It's just completely.
You know what I'll also say though too? It's the same with just building relationships with people. So it's like
in general, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if you want to build a relationship with somebody that like, oh, I think this person's cool, I want to get to know him a little bit more, you know, as a friend or whatever, or a colleague, you approach it the same fucking way. I don't think it's like that much different. Well, and then if you find out that your colleague is, you know, kind of hot and you like him, you know, I mean her or him or whatever.
Damn, bro.
Then you could, you know, then you could bridge that gap. Then you could change your how you look at it a little bit.
Gay.
I'm not gay, dude.
It's just funny to think that's even on the table. Like, and then if you find out he's kind of hot,
and then you could approach it differently.
He said him, her.
That wasn't.
It was also
that was an
the
accident.
look we all gave each other.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Just so you know, all the friends that I have here, I might try to fuck one of you guys.
That's
always on the table.
We won't be able to resist.
Because I know your deepest, darkest secret.
That's why we should learn jujitsu to defend ourselves against you.
But he's gonna be not teaching us this.
My long con.
Against the day that he goes, I think he's actually kind of hot.
Yeah.
That's his way of getting more personal and intimate with us.
Yeah.
I fell for it first.
Anthony's my first man.
Well, thank you for the dating advice, Uncle Nick. I think everyone's going to find something very useful about that episode. Thank you.
Don't listen to my advice.